Welcome to the ICE podcast, supported by the US Soybean Export Council, an initiative to enable the cold chain industry of India to be future ready.
Good day, listeners, and a warm welcome to this episode of the ICE podcast on cold chain technology. If I were to ask you this question, what did you have for lunch today? Your answer will surely include vegetables. Across our country, vegetables are a must have for lunch and dinner. We all hold vegetables to be a big source of vitamins, minerals, iron, and proteins. But how many of us know the journey of the vegetables, the brinjal or the cabbage, from the field to our plate? In some places in our country, this journey is a very long one and can extend to 2 to 3 weeks sometimes. As these vegetables lie in the sun after harvests and then they are taken by trucks or by tractors on the way to the wholesale markets, and then in the markets they lie there without any protection for some time, and then they are sold to the wholesalers and then to the retailers and then on to the consumers and then eventually to our homes. This long journey of 2 to 3 weeks in unprotected environment is sure to spoil the freshness and the nutrition in the vegetables. So there is a good technology to keep these vegetables fresh and almost as good as harvested until they reach the retail markets and then on to you and me. This technology is called as the cold chain technology. And to speak on this interesting method of keeping vegetables fresh as harvested by bringing them under the cold chain, we have with us today an eminent agri-business expert, Mr. Sunil Kumar Sharma. Mr. S.K. Sharma is the Managing Director of Global Agri Systems Private Limited. He is a postgraduate in management and has more than 30 years' experience in diversified agri-businesses. He has served as the General Manager in APIDA and Additional Executive Director in the National Horticulture Board. Having extensive knowledge of the Indian scenario, along with exposure to successful agribusiness models in other countries like Spain, Holland, and Israel, Sunil Kumar Sharma is focusing on adopting advanced agriculture technologies and management systems to the Indian conditions and requirements. For the last 20 years, he is heading a team of agri consultants which have set up many path-breaking agricultural infrastructure projects. Global Agri has emerged as India's premier consultancy company, and under the guidance and stewardship of Mr. Sunil Kumar Sharma, it has delivered more than 400 projects in India, SAARC countries, and in Africa. I welcome Mr. Sunil Kumar Sharma to give his talk. Over to you, sir.
Dear friends, today's topic we will deliberate on the storage requirement of vegetables. First of all, we should decide why store vegetables at all. Well, the storage will be required to be undertaken to first avoid sale during glut period and secondly to get remunerative prices during off season. This can be achieved by taking advantage of the cold chain facilities. We can store vegetables from 3 to 4 weeks to almost 8 to 10 months, and different type of vegetables will have different storage life. For example, tomatoes can be stored for 3 to 4 weeks and carrots can be stored for almost 10 months by using cold chain facilities and so on. We have seen that in North India, the tomato prices in the month of June are as low as 3 to 5 rupees per kg at farm gate, whereas in the second week of July, the prices jump to almost 15 to 20 rupees per kg at the farm gate and sometimes even to 25 rupees per kg. Similarly, in case of other vegetables, during harvesting time when there is supply from everywhere, the prices are very low, whereas after a few months, when the harvesting period is over or off season sets in, that time the prices go very high, and therefore the storage of these vegetables will help the farmers in earning better prices during the off season and avoid the glut at the same time. Well, it will require a few steps to be taken up for preparing your vegetables for storage. The first step to be followed is selection of the right variety for storage. Some varieties have better shelf life than others. For example, red carrots has have short shelf life of 2 to 3 months, and orange carrots, also called English and Nantes carrots, have a shelf life of 8 to 10 months. Similarly, in case of tomatoes, the thick skin and less juice varieties have longer shelf life than the varieties that have thin skin and are watery. And therefore, if we have to decide for storage, then we should decide thick varieties. We should select thick varieties of tomatoes. In case of say cabbages, the compact leaves varieties will have better storage life. Similarly, in cauliflower and broccoli, the compact florets varieties will have better storage life. So we should select the right variety for storage. Then second step is to decide the harvesting stage. There are two types of produce. One that keep ripening after harvest, that is tomatoes and even broccoli and the leafy vegetables will have impact after storage, during storage, and those varieties which do not ripe after harvesting. In case of first varieties which keep on ripening after this thing, we have to decide that these varieties are harvested at a time when they are mature and start turning into ripening stage. For example, in case of tomatoes, when green tomatoes become slightly yellowish, that is the time to harvest them if we have to store them. In case of other varieties, such as other vegetables such as carrots and potatoes, we have to harvest them at a fully mature stage when the skin has fully developed and the produce is at the peak of its maturity, and then those will have a better shelf life. We should also take care that we should store only good produce, and we should discard either damaged or immature or D-shaped produce, so that we do not incur unnecessary expenses on those varieties during storage. The next step is that we should pre-cool the produce immediately after harvesting. There are this pre-cooling is done to remove the field heat, and it is an important and the first step of the cold chain facilities. The pre-cooling is of two types. One is of air type of cooling, which is used for produce like tomato and spinaches, etc. And the second one is hydro cooling, which is used for root vegetables like carrots. In case of potato, the cooling is done gradually, and similarly in case of cabbages and cauliflowers, we can do cooling of the produce in the storage chamber itself, which are slightly designed differently. We should also take care of one thing, that the ethylene producing vegetables should not be kept with the ethylene sensitive vegetables. Tomatoes are ethylene producing, whereas broccoli and leafy vegetables are ethylene sensitive, and we should avoid to store them together, but should store in different rooms. There are also different temperature regimes. Some vegetables will require 1 to 2 degree temperature to be maintained throughout the storage period, and others will require 5 to 6 degrees, and very few can also be stored at 8 to 10 degrees. So we have to keep them according to the temperature requirement of the produce. Then we should also keep checking the level of CO2 and keep on flushing the if the level of CO2 goes beyond 3000 ppm and so. Similarly, high humidity is required for storage so that the produce does not lose water, and with the loss of water there are damage to the produce and also the weight loss. We should also keep on checking the quality during storage so that if there are any chances of damage, then those that produce can be sold immediately in the market. As regards marketing after the storage period, if the produce is meant for the local market, we can send it in plastic crates to the market. And if it is meant for the distant market, then we should pack in the well aerated packs and sent by the reefer truck so that the cold chain is maintained till the produce reaches its final destination and the shelf life of the retailers. So this way, dear friends, we can take advantage of the cold chain infrastructure and earn remunerative prices for the produce. Hope that this will be useful to you. And in case you have any questions, please send these questions to the organizers, who will then forward it to me and I will respond back to you. And similarly, we can continue our dialogue. Thank you very much.